Welcome World Bike 2026 Honda XL600R of 1983 is one of those iconic motorcycles that marked a turning point in dual sport history. Back in the early 80s, Honda wanted to build a machine that could handle both the street and the dirt with equal confidence, and the XL600R delivered on that vision. Even today, enthusiasts look back at this bike as a rugged, simple, and highly capable motorcycle that embodied the spirit of adventure riding before adventure bikes were even a category. In this review, we'll dive into what made the 1983 Honda XL600R so special, covering its key features, engine performance, design elements, riding experience, and its unique selling points that still matter to collectors and riders today. At the core of the XL600R was its legendary 589cc air-cooled, 4-stroke, single-cylinder engine. This thumper produced around 45 horsepower, which was impressive for its time, and offered a wide torque band that made it equally happy crawling through trails or cruising at highway speeds. Its simplicity was a big part of its charm, and no complicated electronics, just a straightforward carburetor-fed motor with a kickstarter. Riders loved the raw mechanical connection this bike provided. The XL600R was known for its reliability, as long as you respected the starting procedure and kept it properly maintained. With a top speed of around 100 miles per hour and strong mid-range grunt, it was a versatile engine that made the bike usable in almost any riding condition. The chassis was equally impressive for its time. Honda gave the XL600R a strong, lightweight frame that could take punishment off-road while still being stable on pavement. Long travel suspension with 43mm front forks and a Pro-Link rear monoshock gave riders the ability to tackle rough terrain with ease. The suspension wasn't overly plush by today's standards, but in 1983 it was a serious upgrade from earlier dual-sport bikes. Combined with its 21-inch front wheel and 17-inch rear, the XL600R had excellent ground clearance and a commanding stance that allowed riders to handle rutted trails, gravel roads, and city streets with equal confidence. Design-wise, the XL600R carried the rugged styling that became iconic for Honda's dual-sport machines of that era. It had the minimalist look of an off-road racer but with the practicality needed for daily riding. The slim tank, long flat seat, and raised front fender all spoke to its dirt-oriented DNA. Honda also gave it bright, bold color schemes, with the 1983 model often seen in classic red and white, making it instantly recognizable. Its lightweight construction, around 310 pounds dry, meant it was manageable for riders of various skill levels while still feeling substantial enough for long rides. One of the standout elements of the XL600R was its versatility. This bike was truly a do-it-all machine in a time when most motorcycles were built for a single purpose. Riders could commute to work during the week, hit trails on the weekend, and even take long-distance trips across mixed terrain without hesitation. The large-capacity engine meant it could handle highway speeds comfortably, while its off-road suspension and lightweight build made it capable in the dirt. This balance is what earned it a loyal following and cemented its reputation as one of Honda's most beloved dual sports. From a riding experience perspective, the XL600R offered something raw and engaging. The big single-cylinder engine had a distinct thump that you felt through the frame, and the tall stance gave riders a commanding view of the road or trail. On pavement, it was stable and surprisingly smooth, while off-road it had enough suspension travel and power to make riders feel confident exploring new paths. The lack of modern rider aids meant the skill came entirely from the rider, which many enthusiasts still appreciate today. This was motorcycling in its purest form: lightweight, powerful enough, and completely connected to the terrain. In terms of pricing, the 1983 Honda XL600R originally sold for around $2,200, which at the time was a solid value considering its capabilities. Today, its value depends on condition, with clean, well-maintained examples often fetching between $3,500 and $6,000 in the collector's market. Restored models or those with original parts are especially desirable. What makes the XL600R stand out in today's world of highly electronic and tech-driven bikes is its simplicity and durability. It was built to last, and many of them are still running strong after decades of use. The unique selling points of the 1983 Honda XL600R come down to its timeless combination of reliability, versatility, and rugged charm. It represented the peak of Honda's big-bore thumper era, delivering a motorcycle that could legitimately handle anything thrown at it. For riders in the 80s, it was the ultimate freedom machine, and for collectors or dual-sport enthusiasts today, it still holds that aura of authenticity and adventure. Its air-cooled engine, mechanical simplicity, and unmistakable design make it a bike that stands apart even in the modern era of adventure motorcycles. In summary, the 1983 Honda XL600R wasn't just another motorcycle, it was a milestone in dual sport history. It gave riders the confidence to explore beyond the pavement, the dependability to trust it on long journeys, and the fun factor that made every ride memorable. Whether you look at it from a historical, practical, or collector's perspective, the XL600R remains one of Honda's most iconic machines. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest bikes are the ones that deliver the most lasting joy, and that's exactly why the XL600R is still celebrated more than 4 decades after its release.